You've probably seen all those insane AI images all over your feed. Things from like the Studio Ghibli scenes, Pixar-style characters, or even viral concept art. Well, now you can officially do all of this inside of Alphana. There's no more bouncing between tools or fiddling with prompts in ChatGPT because now it's all built in. And so I'm going to show you the exact workflow that many creators are using to be able to generate viral, jaw-dropping visuals in seconds without being a designer. Whether you need YouTube thumbnails, Instagram carousels, blog visuals, or ad creatives, this makes it fast, easy, and way more fun. I'm going to show you what's possible in just a few clicks. What are we going to dive into? I'm going to show you first off just several examples. I think that's going to be the best bet. So for those of you that are new and joining us, if you use Alphana, inside of Alphana, you could take any video or audio and we'll turn that into over 50 pieces of content. We are going to take a video, and for that video, we are going to generate YouTube thumbnails, blog header images, and even carousel posts. So if I see in here, what I did was I grabbed the video. Okay, this video, 7 principles for creating unstoppable SaaS product demos that convert. Okay, and now we already transcribed this. So we've got now the entire transcript beautifully laid out inside of Alphana. And if I scroll down, check out these new YouTube thumbnails that were generated automatically inside of Alphana as soon as we added this video inside. What's great with this is that this is using the Studio Ghibli style, and it's got its own little flair to it. And you'll see that what's great with our visuals is that it automatically comes in with text baked into the images, right? I mean, just imagine so many other AI tools today just cannot handle the ability to be able to have text on images, but now you can actually have full-blown YouTube covers that represent the style and the insights that are coming directly from the video. And so in this video, it's talking about things like transforming your workflow for SaaS and their businesses. It's got a nice visual. I mean, just look at the fidelity of what you can see here. Super high res images. Now, if I look at this, what happens at Alphana is that we automatically generate prompts to create these images, because what we are doing and what the platform is doing right now is automatically analyzing the video. And based on the concepts that we're discussing in the video, it's producing a brand new thumbnail that goes along with it. So I'm going to go ahead and read this example prompt, right? A Studio Ghibli style YouTube thumbnail showcasing a whimsical scene of a user interacting with a magical floating dashboard. The dashboard is glowing softly with data and charts swirling around it, representing the transformation ROI of the product. The user appears amazed, and the setting is a cozy workspace with a warm lighting and soft, earthy tones. Include a hand-lettered text that reads, "Transform your workflow," in a playful storybook style. I mean, look at how incredible that is, right? And so here's the example scene. Now let's just look at a couple examples, right? Here's another one, unstoppable demos. So again, in the video, they talk about not only transforming your workflow, they talk about how to create an unstoppable demo if you're demoing to other customers. So now it gives you a nice scene. Let's see what some other examples that can come out of this, right? Another one that we have here are, for example, creating carousel posts. So let's say you wanted to post a carousel on Instagram or on LinkedIn, and you needed a couple slides so you can have a couple images that represent the content that you're going to talk about. You can actually generate those in here as well. So if I pull these up, I'm going to pull this up here for you. Here's the first slide of a carousel, right? Master the art of unstoppable product demos. And it gives you the person checking it out, looking at a demo. The second one's look 10x product. So in here it's talking about a serene forest scene where a founder is interacting with an ethereal, glowing next product orb. The orb symbolizes a product's unique value and differentiation, surrounded by sparkles and light trails. So this kind of gives you an idea. Second slide inside of a carousel. Here's a third one representing, right? This one's depicting a bustling cityscape evolving into a futuristic, harmonious SaaS ecosystem, right? So you kind of see the one scene here on the left evolving to the right, and you've got somebody looking from one to the other, right? She's evolving from going from outdated spreadsheets into something completely automated and AI powered, right? And then last but not least, right, a call to action. Download the free guide now, your SaaS growth guide, as an example. Why is this important, right? One of the things you want to do, especially like LinkedIn or Instagram or any platforms that support carousels, right? When you have several images that rotate that go along with the story of the post, of the content that you have. So you would draft, let's say, a LinkedIn post or an Instagram post. You'd write down all the content and the insights. And then you have these images that visually go along with what insights you're talking about inside of that post. It just makes it more engaging for someone to have something to interact with. And guess what? The algorithms love when people are actually navigating through different images or watching video or spending more time on your content, right? Especially if they're enjoying it and then they hit the like button or they drop a comment that can boost your content online in order to have that show to more people, right? It adds a little bit of virality to it. The beauty of what you could do today is grab any video from your library, a podcast you shot, a webinar you created, or any one of these episodes, drop it in here and we can immediately create content automatically so you can post to all these different platforms. Now here's another one, hook viewers in 5 seconds. This is so key. I mean, this is a key value point that comes out in the video, right? Your first 3 to 5 seconds are super important in any piece of video content that you create, whether it's a long form YouTube piece or it's a short form for Instagram, TikTok, or Reels, or any of these different platforms. The hook is such a key aspect to drive that person in. And so in here, it created and put in here that hook viewers in 5 seconds. So if I was somebody browsing videos on YouTube and I am trying to look up how to go to viral, this is giving me valuable information alone from the thumbnail where you as a person are going to want to click if you're trying to learn on how you can hook your viewers in 5 seconds, right? And over here, it also gives the piece of advice. It's like, be fast and be real. This is actually a core concept that was discussed in the video was, number one, don't just talk slowly and stay laid back or anything like that, right? You want to move things along, right? Don't put people to sleep, and you want to be real, be authentic, be you, right? Most videos fail when they try to become something that they are not. So don't be something that you are not. And this thumbnail helps capture those insights and elements that came from it. So I'm going to come in here and let's read the prompt that was used to generate these different images, okay? All of these prompts are already saved inside of Alphana so you can use them. So in this case, we have something a little bit more generic, which is create a vivid, but what we do on the back end is actually from this prompt, we actually generate multiple prompts that go along with the insights from the video, right? That's why in here we say captures the main idea and emotion from the transcript. So what I'm going to say here is for the main character, instead of using a person, please use a koala. That would be a cool example that we can try out. Please use a koala. All right, let's give this a shot. We got a couple good settings that we can use. So number one, I'm going to use high quality. That's already set. Number two, we're going to use landscape. So 15 by 36 by 1024. You have options, right? You could go square, you could go vertical. But again, if you're doing YouTube thumbnail style, make sure you click the landscape style. And the number of images put in here. Beautiful. This is the other thing that's super important is that you can actually generate up to 4 images at a time, right? If you use another tool, let's say ChatGPT, you're just going to be able to go one at a time and iterate very slowly. We don't want that. At Alphana, what we really try to do is automate the workflow and save you a ton of time. And so the more time that we could save you and the more content we can help you create, like that is where our value prop comes in. So I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. Now, you'll notice that I started generating this within the same card. Don't worry, you're not going to lose the images that were there. We're going to add the images on top of the other images that you already had. So I'm going to let that run. Okay. Now, images could take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes at the most. I've seen a lot of them happen under 60 seconds, but let's just let that run for about 1 to 2 minutes. So while this is running, I think it's just kind of good to think about the different types of images you can create. So if, here we go. Yeah, so you can always think about the different images you want to create. Right now, this just loaded the images for the comic style that we talked about. It looks like it didn't pay attention to my prompt in this case. Not the best demo for this purpose, but I know why. This is just going to be prompt engineering work. But you'll see here that now we added 4 more images to the comic book style, right? So number 1 was how to go viral, secrets to social media fame, be authentic, go viral, top tips for viral success. So let me see why. Here we go. The background includes. Yeah, so you could tell that all these prompts did not include the koala. So we are going to tweak this for the main character instead of using make sure to include this note in the final prompt for each image about the koala. Beautiful. So sometimes we just got to, just like you tell a child and you got to repeat yourself. So we're going to repeat ourselves in here. Just to make sure that we get it. But, there's nothing that we can't do without prompt engineering. So I'll let that run as well. Meanwhile, we got a question finally on a call. Look at that. All right. So if you guys saw what we did earlier, I had a prompt. I told it to use a koala. instead of a person, and it didn't follow my directions, right? You saw that here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had to edit the prompt one more time, just be very specific, make sure you use a koala, and that's okay. And now it worked. And so now we've got 4 awesome styles with koalas in it. This is not cropped, it's just in our viewer. So I'll pull this up here so you guys could see. In our viewer, sometimes it cuts the image. Don't worry, most of the time it doesn't get cropped, but if it does, again, we could regenerate. Here's another example. Energy and passion equals viral. All right, we got a cute koala in there. Here's another one, right? Put your full passion in. No one wants boring. Put your wants boring, right? There you go. And last but not least, hook them in 5 seconds, right? If you guys remember the other thumbnail we had that said hook them in 5 seconds, now you've got a different style with a koala, right? And so here's one, and here's the one that was with the person, so you guys could see the difference between the 2 images. So if you wanted to run an ad on, let's say, on LinkedIn or on Instagram or anything like that, you could literally grab this image here and put a link on it and use that as an ad to broadcast to your network as well, or on the ad networks. It could be used on LinkedIn. It could be used on Facebook, Google Ad Display Network. That's what makes this really powerful, is that now from these videos, you can extract some of these insights or key takeaways and generate the content you need, from carousels to ads to YouTube headers and so many other pieces of content. So one of the ones that we produce for blog header images were like nice gradients or colors or something like that, because sometimes on like WordPress or on different blog tools and templates, you might already have text that's going to be overlaid on top of an image. And so you don't want the images to have text on it. So in this example, it has no text. It just shows you different color gradients that automatically generated so that you can use as like a hero banner or a thumbnail image for a blog post, right? And so here's 4 examples that you can do. If I scroll down, you could do some with gradients, but maybe with some text in it, but very subtle, not as popping. And so here's a couple more examples. This one tried to bake in never drop the ball, but faded into the background of the visual, right? Here's another one that's like stay ahead always. And again, you can use this for a blog header. Here's another one called effortless workflows. Again, I just have to remind everyone, everything that you see here, these images weren't just made up, right, because of some random thing. It always goes along with the content. So if your video is about creating content, then the content here is going to be about that. In this case, Superhuman was talking about how you had effortless workflows and how you could stay ahead by utilizing their tool, right? But again, if you're in finance and you're talking, or a mortgage broker or a real estate agent, and you're talking about selling a home or how to sell your home, then guess what? These header images are going to be about that as well, right? So these are just kind of cool creative ways of what you could do. And if I kept going, I mean, just look at the variety. Like, these are more thumbnails you can use, right? And it gives you a couple examples. AI works while you rest. And boom, you've got an AI robot while you're sleeping. Maybe for some people it's kind of creepy. You got a robot watching you while they're, but in other ways, it kind of shows you what it's doing, right? Or number 2, supercharge your inbox. Boom. Inbox revolution starts here, and never drop the ball again. I mean, this alone, again, could be an ad, right? Never drop the ball again. Awesome new email software from Superhuman, whatever it is, right? So the opportunities I think here are endless, and I really, really recommend everyone to take advantage of everything that you see. Thank you everyone for jumping on. I really appreciate your time. This was Alphana. This is our new image generator. It's like having the ChatGPT image generator, but in Alphana, but on steroids. I really appreciate your time here. I've got a ton of more tutorials and YouTube videos on the channel you guys could check out. Again, if you're on YouTube, please hit the like button, comment. The YouTube algorithms really love it when you do that. So, and that really helps us out. Thank you again. I'm Sebastian Mourra, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Alphana, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.